Proceed. It's not a privilege. It's not a right. It's a privilege to catch the speaker's eye. And there are a lot of things that the chair looks at. Proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. And I rise to support this wonderful motion from the gracious lady and my colleague, former women rep for Nyandarua and the current women rep for Nyandarua, Madam Faith. And I thought that when she thought about coming about this motion, Mr. Speaker, it's like she read the needs of and the urgent needs of my constituency, Githunguri, and the entire county where I come from, Kiambu County. Mr. Speaker, you know, Kiambu County and Githunguri in particular, we are slowly becoming the dormitory of Nairobi. Every other worker in Nairobi is finding a place to buy and build a good home in Kiambu County. And therefore, we are getting a lot of people moving into our county, and we are still using those traditional narrow roads. Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether you have ever visited my constituency and my county, Kiambu, but I know you are familiar with Kiambu Road.
I'm one of those
and it is a mouthpiece, and I'm glad that you're confessing that, Mr. Speaker, you're also a habitat of Kiambu County when you're not in your constituency. And truly speaking, I think we need to move from the traditional way of...
Honorable Kainan, Honorable Wamboka, Kibagendi.
I hope you're going to compensate me for those missed gaps. Mr. Speaker, I was saying that I appreciate that you also confirm that you sometimes live in Kiambu when you're not in your constituency. And Kiambu Road has become an economic time waster for most of the people who are living and working in Nairobi. Kiambu County, and especially Kiambu Road, has become so congested that the police have to stand and stop the flow of the cars from in tray of Kiambu and out tray of Kiambu. In fact, without the police, Kiambu Road is not functional. And I'm sure you know, Mr. Speaker, that we have really tried even to cut the trees by the roadside to enlarge the road or to make the road wide. So this motion has come in handy because I rise to support it 100%. It's time for us to review our traditional roads, and we appreciate that there are attempts to do roads. There are attempts to make new roads. But even the existing roads, surely we need to stop the time wastage, the time we waste on those roads when we are pushing against each other, when we are fighting. There is a lot of road rage emanating from the pressure of the congestions in our roads. But Mr. Speaker, even as we discuss about expansion of major roads in the country, I support my colleague who has just submitted that we are not only going to support expansion of major, because their constituencies are still struggling with even the small roads. So it's not going to be major. And I will support that amendment, Madam Faith. If you bring that bill, I will support by putting an amendment. It is not major roads, but all roads. Because there is no road that is made to nowhere. Roads are made to serve the populations of the people who live in those areas. Mr. Speaker, it's not just about expansion. It's about even the quality of the roads we are making. Mr. Speaker, we come here and celebrate when we see budgetary allocation to certain roads. Like, for example, I am appreciative that the national government is now putting some little money to finish the stalled road, Githunguri Uprant Roiro Road, which has been stalled for the last 11 years. Mr. Speaker, it's not about expansion of the road. It is also the quality of the roads that we are making. How sure are we that the kind of works we are doing are also sustainable enough and serving the communities that are supposed to be served? In that respect, Mr. Speaker, allow me to quote one road that really has become a menace. We have a road that connects Githunguri constituency to Lari constituency all the way to Nyandarua constituency, where Madam Faith comes from. It is called Moi Road. Mr. Speaker, that road was made using money, funds that were coming from the World Bank. It is barely 6 years, and the road is completely eroded. It was a tarmac road that was done using donor funds, because World Bank is not our money. And imagine 6 years are not even over, the road is completely eroded. So what kind of works are we talking about? There is one thing to do the road, but there is also another question on what is the quality of the roads that we are doing. Mr. Speaker, as we continue talking about our roads, I have an idea which I would want to float to Madam Faith as she comes up with her bill to consider. I think it is high time for us to create a special disaster road levy. Because so many people have been injured, maimed, and killed on our roads. And we leave them in the hospitals without bailing them out. We don't have a special kitty for that. I think we need to create a special kitty where we save some little money that we collect from our roads and we keep it as a disaster fund. When we have a disaster road carnage incident, like we have had in the Rift Valley, we have had serious incidences where families are now called to do fundraisers and politicians are called to go and fundraise. We create a kitty where we can justify that this is a serious disaster emanating from accidents from our roads, and we create a disaster fund where we can always support families that are damaged economically and their livelihoods are completely interfered with by issues emanating from road carnage. As I submit, I want to support this motion and say that it is time for us to also make sure that we just don't deal with all roads, major roads, but we deal with all roads, and also make sure that Kenya is equated. Not every other place has tarmacs, but we need to also consider those constituencies that don't have a single kilometer of tarmacs are also taken care of. I am from the mountain region. I am from central Kenya, and I hear a lot of comments, people saying, oh, you know, when you're speaking about roads, people from the mountain should not be talking about the roads. And I support you. You also pay taxes. People of Turkana pay taxes. People of Northeastern pay taxes. And therefore, they also need to be supported in the campaign. When you do 1 kilometer in Nairobi, also make sure you do 1 kilometer in Northeastern. Also make sure you do 1 kilometer in the coastal region. This issue of lumping resources in one region, Mr. Speaker, is the one that is bringing the issue of tribalism and introducing the politics of tokenism. So we must be clear in this house. Are we going to continue like this? Because a certain region has many votes, you want to lump all the kilometers in that area because you want votes. Remember, even those areas that have no kilometers of road, they have honey, they have goat meat, they have minerals, and they have even people given to us by God. Yeah. And we cannot be doing budgets here, and all we say is remove 1 kilometer of road from Roiro and put it to Nakuru. Remove 1 kilometer from Nakuru, put it in Molo. I am from that region, but I am saying it is time we called a spade a spade. Let us equate all regions of Kenya, make sure we compensate the areas where there is no kilometers of tarmac, because we are all looking forward to a Kenya where we are cousins, and we are brothers, and we are sisters, and we are in-laws. How do you bring back the spirit of in-laws if the in-law from one side has tarmac and the in-law from the other side has no tarmac? So I am insisting, any debate in this house where we have to discuss tarmacking, let us discuss tarmacking the whole of Kenya in totality. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable MP for Kwanza.
Honorable Speaker.
Oh, who did I give first?
Assign.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Kwanza,
yes. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Followed by Kwanza, yes.
Yes.
And then followed by, yeah, okay. Proceed, Wamboka.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. And I want to thank Honorable Faith for this very important motion. And I want to encourage her that she must proceed and put this into a bill because it is so important, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm coming from a meeting with the Minister for Roads. For the first time, I want to commend the government, the appointing authority, that they got it right in the appointment of the Honorable Chirchir as Minister for Roads. Somehow, we can see some light at the end of the tunnel. That man understands Kenya, and that man knows what he's doing.